Today, we're plugging into one of the most complex, most important systems on the entire planet, the energy grid. And we're going to look at how a single AI platform, STRIKON, is basically aiming to become its new brain. So let's just start with a massive question, right? How in the world do you upgrade an entire energy grid? I mean, this is a sprawling, aging, and absolutely essential piece of our infrastructure. It's definitely not as simple as just installing a new app. All right, so here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with a huge challenge our grid is facing. Then we'll meet STRIKON, the AI solution. We'll see how it helps the grid today and how it's building for tomorrow. And then we'll get into the really cool stuff, the autonomous future. Okay, first up, the modern energy challenge. Let's really get our heads around the problem. I mean, why do we even need such a radical change to our power systems in the first place? Well, just think about it for a second. The grid we rely on every single day, it was built for a totally different era. Now all of a sudden it has to deal with unpredictable sources like solar and wind, this huge new demand from electric vehicles, and, customers like us who expect everything to be instant and digital. That old web is under some serious strain. So if the old system is creaking at the seams, what's the answer? Well, this brings us to STRIKON. It's an AI-native platform, which means it was basically born and bred to tackle this exact kind of modern complexity. Honestly, the best way to picture STRIKON is as the grid's central nervous system. This is not just another piece of software. It's a learning, adapting intelligence that's layered right on top of all the physical wires and transformers, and it's designed to manage everything from the actual flow of power to customer service calls. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does this thing actually work? First up, let's look at how STRIKON is making the grid we already have, right now, a whole lot better. The first tool in the STRIKON suite is called Scala, and the name kind of gives it away. Seamless customer assistance with learning AI. This whole module is about one thing, completely revolutionizing customer service. You know that feeling of being on hold forever with your utility company? Scala is designed to make that a thing of the past. It offers 24/7 automated support that can actually understand and resolve your issues. And here's the really smart part. It frees up the human agents to tackle the most complex problems, while the rest of us get instant answers. It's a win-win. And get this, the proof is in the pudding, right? Scala achieves a 95% customer satisfaction rate. 95%. For an automated system, that's just incredible. It really shows this isn't just about cutting costs. It's about providing a genuinely better service. Okay, so Scala handles the human side of things. But what about managing the actual energy, the electrons themselves? Well, that's where DERA comes in, the Distributed Energy Resource Analyzer. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. Before STRIKON, the best energy demand predictions were about 90% accurate. Pretty good. But with DERA's AI, that jumps to 98%. And you might think, what's an 8% difference? Well, that 8% is everything. It's the difference between the lights staying on during a heat wave and a citywide blackout. It means a way more stable, way more reliable grid for all of us. So making today's grid better is awesome. But STRIKON is also busy building the future. This next set of tools is all about smart expansion and, my favorite part, automation. Meet Apex. You can think of this as the strategic brain, the master planner for energy companies. It's designed to use data to guide their growth. So imagine you're a utility. Where should you build the next block of EV chargers to get the biggest bang for your buck? Or what's the most profitable spot for a new solar farm? Apex crunches all the numbers, analyzes all the variables, and helps companies make the smartest possible investment decisions to grow the grid in the right way. And now for what is honestly the most futuristic piece of this puzzle, Atlas. Just listen to that name, Autonomous Total Lifecycle and Auto Healing System. Sounds like something out of a movie, right? Because this is literally where the grid starts to run itself. Atlas is monitoring everything, all the time. But it doesn't just send an alert when something's wrong. No, it detects the problem and then automatically resolves it. This whole self-healing idea is a total game changer for reliability. And the financial impact? It's huge. By automating all that monitoring and maintenance, Atlas can cut operational costs by as much as 30%. That's a massive efficiency gain that comes from just letting the AI take care of the system's health. Of course, if you're going to let an AI run the power grid, you have to be able to trust it, right? It needs to be absolutely rock solid. That's why the entire STRIKON platform is built for 99.99% uptime, thanks to a big partnership with Amazon Web Services. It ensures the AI brain itself is just as robust as the grid it's managing. So let's pull all these pieces back together and just look at the big picture. What happens when the grid can finally run itself? What does that future look like? And this right here, this is the main takeaway. Scala, Dara, Apex, and Atlas, they aren't just separate programs. They all work together as one single unified AI brain. And that brain transforms our grid from a system that just reacts to problems into a predictive, self-healing ecosystem that anticipates our needs and fixes itself. And the thing is, this isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. It promises a future with smarter, cleaner, and much more reliable energy for everyone. So the real question this leaves us with is this: the era of autonomous energy is here. Are we ready for it?